heard that streetcar rumble.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name's Longevity John, and I'll be your host for yet another in a series of A Streetcar Named the Blues. A project put together by the one and only great David Vest, multi-awarded blues piano player, musical historian, just a general all-around nice guy. He brings you a little half-hour show out of the Duncan Showroom, which is where my connection is. Yes, you're tuned into the Duncan Showroom, another live stream. Too much fun. Sit back and enjoy the journey. Our little half-hour show, A Streetcar Named the Blues.
I saw you all dolled up, riding around in your pickup truck. You put me on the morning train. Put me on the morning train. No need to explain. Put me on the morning train. Yes, I saw you all dolled up, riding around in your pickup truck. Put me on the morning train. Put me on the morning train. Ain't no need to explain. You put me on the morning train. Hey, hey, Brother Ray, what you mean by what I say? You put me on the morning train. Well, you put me on the morning train. There's no need to explain. You done put me on the morning train. Well, if it's gonna rain, and I wish it would, I wish it'd go ahead and get it done for good. And if you think this song is fine, you should know that it was written by John Prine. Constantinople is a mighty big word. It's got way more letters than Mockingbird. You put me on the morning train. Put me on the morning train. No need to explain. You put me on the morning train. Put me on the morning train. Put me on the morning train. No need to explain. Put me on the morning train. Morning Train by the great John Prine. Of course, there's been a lot of songs named after morning trains, including this one. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. Evening train may be too late. I'm going home on the morning train. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Evening train may be back hearse and get your load. Evening train may be too late. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. Well, an evening train may be too late. I better go home on the morning train. And Mahalia Jackson used to say it this way. Let the church roll on. Let the church roll on. Let the church roll on, oh my Lord, let the church roll on. You got a deacon in the church, and he won't do right. What shall we do? Just let the church roll on. Let the church roll on. Let the church roll on. What shall we do? Let the church roll on. Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church, and let's go home. Evening train may be too late. I'm going home on the morning train. Well, back hearse and get your load. Back hearse and get your load. Evening train may be too late. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. I'm going home on the morning train. Evening train may be too late. I'm going home on the morning train. Yeah. Well, that's an old song. I guess I first heard that done by Reverend Julius Cheeks and the Sensational Nightingales. And many others have done it. Great recording of it a couple of years back by my friend Curtis Salgado down in Portland, Oregon. Speaking of old songs, I'd like to do you a song that's an old song in David time. It was a new song when I first heard it because a great songwriter wrote it for me, for the group I was with. We're going to make our first record. This is way back down in Alabama. And this great songwriter was a member of a group called the Delmore Brothers. His name was Alton Delmore, and he and his brother Rabin had been big stars on the country music circuit, stars of the Grand Ole Opry, stars of, they were on King Records. And, I could spend a whole half hour just naming great songs that Alton wrote and that these guys debuted to the world, starting with Blues Stay Away From Me and going on to I'm Going to Lay Down My Old Guitar, Brown's Ferry Blues. There's just no end to it. So we were going to make this record, and one of the guys in the group had written a song. I had not started writing songs yet. And then we found out that you needed 2 songs to have a record. That you turn that little thing over, there had to be something over there. So we went down and asked Mr. Delmore, because we heard he wrote songs, if he'd give us a song. Give us a song. And he did. He did. He said, come back in a few days, I'll give you a song. And it turned out to be the last song that he ever wrote. I had this confirmed by a family member of his some years later. And This is not quite the way we recorded it back in the 50s, but I'd like for you to just hear the song. It's called I Can't Be Satisfied. I had a heavenly dream the other night. Dreamed I was walking in a world of light. Everybody was so happy there. I can't be satisfied way down here. I can't be satisfied, I can't be satisfied. Loved ones are waiting on the other side. Life's ocean seems so wide, death rides a chilly tide. Till I get home, I can't be satisfied. I saw my little daughter standing there, free from infirmity she suffered here. Oh, everybody was so happy there. I can't be satisfied away down here. I can't be satisfied, I can't be satisfied. Loved ones are waiting on the other side. Life's ocean seems so right, death rides a chilly tide. Till I get home, I can't be satisfied. Thank you, Mr. Delmore. I'm going to move over here to the chair now because it's time for me to have a word with Longevity John about what day this is.
Yes, David. By the way, thanks for that. That was just friggin' awesome. You had me almost, like I was just captivated here. I had almost a tear going down my eye. By the way, where did you get, you've got such a great array of shirts that you bring. This one today is just awesome.
Well, my wife said you're doing a streetcar in the blues. You should wear a shirt with a streetcar on it. This is out of New Orleans. It was one of their New Orleans Jazz Fest themed shirts.
It's pretty classy, sir.
It's pretty great. It feels very good. It's very well made, unlike me, and it probably
Like us
lasts
all.
longer than I do. But you know, I drove up here, John, and I pulled into my parking spot in front of this place at exactly 4:20 today.
Yeah.
Exactly 4:20.
Yeah.
And a fellow was coming up the street, and I said, "You know what day this is?" And he said, "Sure, it's Dump Trump Day." And, you know, I wasn't going to argue with that.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been at the door to greet you at 4:20, but I was distancing with some fellow friends in the back parking lot.
Well, I figured you were off somewhere in the cloud of unknowing.
Yes,
that-
testing the waters, but keeping our distance.
That they wrote about back in the Middle Ages.
The only thing I've noticed is that usually we become accustomed as a group of people who share our joyousness through the joint. I've discovered that now that we have to smoke the whole thing ourselves, that maybe we should be rolling them a little smaller.
This is that's compelling logic right there.
Yeah, well, it took a while. It's through trial and error.
It's amazing how something the size of a pencil can turn into a baseball bat while you're looking at
Don't
it.
you know it, sir?
You know, I want to send my best wishes out there to everybody celebrating 420, and this is from a guy that doesn't even observe, doesn't even practice the practice. But I do have a lot of friends who do, and I want to say that my heart's with you today, especially for those who are just hoping to live long enough to see all those ridiculous convictions overturned. Complete wiping of the slate and pardons. That's what I'm for, and if anybody doesn't like that, they can write me an angry letter.
Good.
And I'll figure out what to do with that when I get it. But John, you know, I do have to share with you the blues word of the week.
Wow, I know that the Santamoni last week really had me. What's the one this week?
The Santamoni was last week, right?
That was so cool.
That's the money you have to pay your ex at Christmas time. So she can be the one that gives all the kids the presents, or he, if your ex is a he, you know. And it's today's word is, you know, I usually don't like to get political on these shows. We're here to entertain people, everybody to have a good time. Everyone's welcome to watch, no matter what your views are. But this was something I learned about from a guy who is a horticulturalist. And, you know, I never had any horticulture myself, but this guy had oodles of it. And he said that somebody up at the White House had complained about this rose garden. So they had dug up all the roses in the rose garden and planted it with a new plant, Derrangia. That's the English. The Latin for it is Derrangium. So there's now a Derrangia garden at the White House. And Derrangium is the blues word of the week.
Derrangium.
Derrangium.
I like that.
And if you've got any growing in your yard, you know, I wouldn't mess with it. I would just call an expert or something. Well, I better get over here and play some more music before I get even in more trouble. This is the trouble chair. Now I'll go over to the safety zone.
How was your drive over the Malahat this week, sir? I know that last week you were pretty exhausted from trying to do it with the skateboard.
Well, yeah, you know, and I got that pickup truck to give me a boost up, but the guy couldn't, with the extra weight, he couldn't get over the hill. And today was a lot better. I was just playing music in the car. In fact, I was playing the new Ron Sexsmith album, which is called Hermitage. It's really, really good. And you know, I always enjoy Ron Sexsmith songs. Right now, I'd like to play a song that I wrote as a way of saying thank you for Mr. Delmore for writing that other one. I was sitting at the piano one day, and I couldn't remember how that song went that I just played you, because it had been, you know, several decades since we made that recording, and I hadn't played it live since. But I remembered the line, "Can't be satisfied" way down here. And I fooled around with it a little bit because I figured I kind of owed Alton Delmore's song, and this is what I came up with. Had a crazy dream the other night. Dreamed I was living in a world of light. I didn't have no need, couldn't feel no fear. I can't get satisfied way down here, all the way down here. Would you shine your light way down here? Saw you talking in the Grand Cafe. Somebody shook their head and walked away. Now you left the change and you kept the cheer, and you'll never get satisfied way down here, yes, look way down here. You'll never get satisfied way down here. I've been running high, and now I'm running low. Out there trying to tell people what they don't want to know. I can't tell nobody what you don't want to hear, and the show can't get satisfied way down here, Lord, look way down here. I just can't get satisfied of these mornings, you know it won't be long. You come looking for me, you're gonna find me gone. I'll be walking on that mountain where the skies are clear, 'cause the king gets satisfied way down here. Way down here, Lord, look way down here. Would you shine your light way down here? Would you shine your light way down here? So that's called Way Down Here. First recorded at a solo album, an album that went straight into the Remainder stack, back I believe in the 80s. And then I recorded a version of it, a live version with the great Paul DeLay singing the harmony vocal with me. And that reminds me that, you know, I was in the Paul DeLay band for several years, and while I was in that band, we recorded a live album. It didn't get released until right after Paul passed away in 2007. And it came out, and it was a smash hit. As John Lee would say, a tremendous big hit. And, you know, it went into the Billboard Top 10 blues albums in the U.S. And then, sadly, as many recordings do, it went out of print. And it was kind of in that twilight zone where stuff wasn't getting put online in digital form. So there was never a digital version out there that people could stream or download. And once the CD went out of print, you couldn't find them anymore. And, you know, you couldn't even find one on eBay. Suddenly the music seemed to be lost. But just this week, we're celebrating the final, at last, the digital release of this album of the Paul DeLay Band. And it's called The Last of the Best, Volume 1, because we named it that because that's how we felt about Paul. And I've got a couple of songs on that album that I sing, 4 or 5 of them really. And I'd like to do one of those for you. Paul always described this as a Texas shuffle. Can see. I'm gonna tell you, mama, what you did to me. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby, and feel mighty good to me. And when you got me, babe, you got me way down deep. I can't eat, honey, I can't sleep. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby, that feel mighty good to me. Well, I don't know what it is she got, but it sure is heavy and it sure is hot. You got me so bad, baby. So bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby, that feel mighty good to me. Now, you know, good old champion Jack Dupree used to sing, I don't know what it is she got, but whatever it is, it sure is. gonna tell you right now, baby, I ain't lying. Your love is killing me, but I don't mind dying. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby. You got me so bad, baby, that feel mighty good to me. You got me so bad, baby. 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 You got me so bad, baby, that feel mighty good to me. Woo! You know, it used to be I would lift my foot up and play the last note with the heel of my shoe, but I can't always reliably get my leg up there. And then if I get it up there, there's a mic stand in the way, so I might knock the whole stage over. I think I'll just leave that alone. And do you a little boogie woogie as a going out present here. This is one that was it was done by, well, this is not Amos Milburn style boogie. Now, those of you who are in the know, you know who Amos Milburn was. He was that fellow whose left hand sounded like this. There's a wolf on the river, wolf on the river. There's a wolf on the river, a wolf on the river. A wolf on the river, better lock your sheep up tight. There's a wolf on the river, better watch your sheep tonight. A wolf on the river, better watch your little sheep tonight. When the moon come out, mama, that's my time to ride. When I see a lamb, people, I start strutting. I can't help it, I love my mutton. There's a wolf on the river, a wolf on the river. There's a wolf on the river, better watch your sheep tonight. Every time I see a good-looking lamb, I ain't got no conscience and I don't give a damn. There's a wolf on the river, a wolf on the river. There's a wolf on the river, better lock your sheep up tight. Well, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. David
See you on
Vest.
down the road.
Mr. David Vest, proving once again that the blues can heal you even if you didn't know you need to be healed. Man, I'm sure there was people out there cutting a bit of rug just with what's going on those last two songs.
I hope so.
A pleasant time. Yes, another journey on the streetcar named the Blues, brought to you by David Vest. Don't forget, you can donate through the tip jar. We want to thank David for doing this. It is a weekly series, so come back next Monday. And in the meantime, make sure that you pass this along, because you don't have to be here at 5. You can be watching it at any time. Again, this is Longevity John signing out. Thank you, Dr. Ted Cadillac on sound. And again, David Vest. Thank you so much.
I heard that streetcar rumble right outside my door. Hush now, boy, you crazy. That car don't come by here no more. Haven't been no streetcar in more than 30 years. I'm telling you, I heard it. I heard it with my own ears. Thought I saw my baby walking in a see-through summer dress. She was coming round the corner, down by the cotton press. Hush now, boy, you crazy. She been gone a long, long while. But I thought I saw my baby with a hello, daddy smile. I've been living in a dream time, like it never went away. And I felt so fine and happy when I heard my baby say, rest easy, darling, while I find my pretty shoe. 'Cause I feel like going dancing. Yes, I feel like I just can't lose. The thunder rumble, and I felt the lightning crack. That old streetcar took my baby, and I know they ain't coming back. So I bowed my head in sorrow, and I set my little teacup down. I said I'll be back tomorrow if it ever comes around.